Hey guys, welcome back. It is Vortie here, and we're going to be talking about the update information that we got today from the actual maintenance, which is great, but it's more in line with what we've been hearing from the Fan Festa from Korea, as well as what we're going to be expecting kind of in the future, or the updates rather. So anyways, let's jump right into the goodies. The first thing we're going to take a look at here is going to be the news that they've actually provided. So the news here, we got the Gill Snapper's Cave, we got the Frozen Cavern, which is the Final Fantasy 15 King Wog event, and then the featured summon. So we're going to just jump into the Frozen Cavern first, and then we'll look at the banner as well. So, Final Fantasy 15, this is our second event of the 3 events that the JP version has already got. So in this event, we're going to be dealing with the next main character from Final Fantasy 15, which is going to be Gladio. He's kind of like the tank, you know, the guy with the big sword, super badass looking. So here it is, the Frozen Cavern. Gives you a little bit of history about the Kingdom of Lucius and the Empire of Nephilim. Very, very cool. So read that on your own leisure and see if you enjoy it. If you played Final Fantasy 15, you probably kind of know what they're making references to, but I don't want to spoil anything for anyone. Alright, so the campaign will begin on Friday, of course, and it will be all the way through till Thursday, December 7th, which I believe is like a couple of days before or after the last Fan Festa, which is going to be hosted, which is when we're going to find out this huge announcement they have. My personal input on it is going to be something along the lines of probably the release of Cloud for during the Christmas time, as well as all the Christmas events and Christmas bonuses and bundles and New Year bundles and all that jazz. We're gonna find out everything during that Fan Festa. What's going to be coming here to us? It's going to be massive. It's their last event, and they're gonna go out with a bang for sure. And that's just my input. I believe that's when they're gonna. It's a good time for them to announce Cloud for like New Year or something. Start the year strong, and that's a good way for them. Strategically for business as well. It's the best way for them to make money. Start off right off the brand new year making a ton of money, because people are going to be going ham for Cloud, especially now because we know that 7 stars are a thing and they will be coming to global, and we know how we're going to get them and how to be able to level up those guys so we can actually unlock the 7 stars. So people are going to be pulling for multiple Clouds if they want him to be effective in like 4 or 5 months. But anyways, that's going to be that, and that kind of ends around this time. I think I can't remember. I wasn't planning on, I wasn't able to go to any of the Fan Festa, so I didn't really look into it too deep. So, I mean, it's somewhere around here, and you should keep your eyes peeled for that one. If you haven't paid attention to any of the other Fan Festas, this is one that you might want to pay attention to, because it's going to be huge. Okay, so the event ends on the 7th, and then you get a couple extra days there to claim all your rewards before the King Mog event goes away. So some of the rewards we're going to get here, obviously for clearing the beginning the first time, you'll get a summoning ticket, and we're going to be collecting debased coins this time. It's pretty cool. So you get some coins, and then completing the elite will give you 500 lapis, which is great. The next thing here, you're going to be able to get a few items. Now, some of them are pretty worthy, actually. This shield and this armor you're going to get under here is actually really nice, but you also get cold defense and thunder defense. On my JP version, I picked up a bunch of these. I believe you can pick up 4. And whatever the max amount was, I picked it up. They're actually pretty good. It's like hit points 10%, and then like resistance to cold, or defense 10% resistance to cold. Some shenanigans like that, but overall it's good to have, because cold and thunder are very prominent elements in Final Fantasy Brave Exvius, so sooner or later a unit will be using it, and you're going to be benefiting from it. Looking at one of the exclusive rewards here, you got Power Shield, Attack 20, Defense 32, and Spirit 6, which is pretty good for those units you want them to have a shield, but you also want them to be able to hit decent, right? That's what the attack is for. This shield is really designed for Gladio. The next one here is called the Thermal Suit. The Thermal Suit is actually really nice. It's a cloth-based armor, defense 12, spirit 32, fire resistance 50%, bro. 50 Cent would be very happy about this suit, but nevertheless, it is a very nice item. You should definitely pick that up. Like right away. If you don't want to pick up the shield, whatever, but like the thermal suit, you might want to have that. And I'm going to tell you right off the bat here, as the future kind of progresses and we get into getting the 3-star versions of our Espers, I believe the first one we're going to get is going to be Ifrit. So when you go in there, this is going to be very beneficial for your units to not get one-shotted, because he hits like a truck. Alright, The other thing is here, obviously, everything else applies, just like the King Mug event we currently have. You're going to be able to buy Trust Muggles, you're going to be able to buy materials and all that fun jazz. So that's what you're collecting coins for. If you're new, that you have an idea of what you're getting for. For the bonus unit, you're going to be fighting your Jimbo and the Coral. They actually popped up fairly frequently for me in the Japanese version. I was lucky enough to pull 2 more Noctises during that event as a free-to-play player, which was freaking insane, just from daily pulls. So I was very lucky in that. I had a lot of luck. But yeah, these guys popped up fairly often in the highest difficulty, so look out for them. They're not very hard. The Coral, if you don't kill him right away, he can paralyze your team. If I remember correctly, he has like the thunder, whatever, whiskers, and he paralyzes you, so you want to make sure you pay attention to that. It says here, Beast Killer is effective against Elder Coral, sure, and Man-Eater is effective against Yojimbo, which is fine. They don't have a lot of hit points from what I remember. Alrighty then, now the good stuff. The good news is for all of us who have collected Noctis before, we now have a 100% bonus unit that is, if you have it, you already have it unlocked. And then the next one, if you do get Gladio, you will get your chance at Gladio, who will also give you 100%, and then Core and Iris will give you, Core 75%, and Iris will give you 50% for the collection, which is good. He just looks so badass. That's the only reason I would want Gladio, is because he looks badass. That's pretty much it. Alright, so let's jump into the banner review, alright guys, or overview, whatever you want to call it. Alrighty then, boys and ladies, girls, everyone who's coming to look around. Let's take a look at this banner. So it's a Final Fantasy 15 banner. Looking at the units here, quick sum up before we take a look at the units really quick. You got Core, he's a katana wielding, amazing badass. Noctis, who's been updated here on the global version, is also back again. You got Gladio, who's going to be the main kahuna here. Unfortunately, he's sharing the spotlight with Noctis. And then you got Iris, who's really here for her Trust Mastery. And then later on, when she gets her 6-star awakening, she's going to be fairly useful. And I'll just kind of brush up against her abilities and what you can do when we get to her, right? So let's take a look at the banner real quick. The first unit we're going to be seeing here is going to be Noctis. Really not too much to cover about Noctis. He's been around for a long time. He has been updated. The updates that have been changed for him is all I'm going to cover here. His limit, or his Trust Mastery, now has attack and magic by 30% increase on there, and as of right now, I'm not sure if it's a bug or a glitch or whatever, but his 25% evasion, which is a part of the Ring of the Lucii, does not stack right now, so I'm not sure if this was a mistake or if this is going to become something that's going to stick with him forever. Next thing here is he's got a new ability called Point Blank Warp Strike. When he uses Warp Strike, or he uses any of his 2 or 3 moves that he can, they will activate next turn a move called Point Blank Warp Strike, which is a 500 something percent, I can't remember, 520% modifier attack that ignores defense by 50%. It is his hardest hitting move. It's really, really sexy. It's nice. His Limit Burst will also activate that as well. Speaking of his Limit Burst, a new portion of the Limit Burst has been updated. All stats have gone up, I believe, by a little bit, as well as for 3 turns, he gets a 30% damage reduction after he uses his Limit Burst, which makes him even more powerful. The thing about the Ring of Lucii, I guess we can make a note of as well. His countering mechanic from that used to be a spell that's casted called Holy, and if you were doing a mission that said don't cast any magic and you casted it, well, you're SOL because now you casted a spell. It's no longer a magic now. It falls under a category of like a spell, which means it's not magic, it's just an ability or whatever, or a spell or whatever, so it doesn't actually count anymore. So that's good news about him. So that's his overall update. If you do get Noctis, be very happy. He's an amazing unit. His Trust Mastery is amazing. He's remains to be one of the best units in the JP version. He's fallen down a little bit now with the 7 stars or whatever, but he still holds up high up there, being regarded as one of the most versatile units in PvP and PvE. He can do all kinds of stuff for you. Looking at the next guy here is going to be Gladio. It is his best bud, or one of his best buds from the game. His job is King's Shield. He's there to protect Noctis. He's supposed to be more like a tank, but he can also do offensive stuff like fight back with his giant-ass sword. He's going to be, like, as I would like to normally refer to, the big kahuna of the banner. but he is sharing the spotlight with Noctis, which means when you get a rainbow, it could be one or the other. Either way, if you get either of the two, you should be very happy. If you get a troll rainbow, hopefully it's something good, but both of these units here are nice. Of the two units, even though Gladio is new, and if I got a rainbow, I would hope that it was Gladio, I would still not be upset if I got Noctis, because he's incredibly good, and he's always going to be good. And now with the 7-star mechanic, I wouldn't mind getting more Noctises so that I can awaken him into 7-star when that does come around. Now, focusing on Gladio, he is the King's Shield, 5-star going to 6-star. Solid defense, solid spirit for a tank, decent attack for an attacker. His Trust Mastery is called Zidric. Very sexy shield. It's up there with Wilhelm's Trust Mastery. Defense 70, Spirit 35, hit points 15%, chance of boosting own attack when receiving physical attacks. Whenever you get hit, you have a chance of increasing your own attack, which is really nice. His abilities are designed to kind of cover people and protect himself because he's a tank. He does have an ability called Antagonize, which is one of the more interesting abilities he has. He can make all the allies counter except himself, which is actually really cool if you're trying to get Limit Burst Stones fighting some weaker mobs. It's not a very smart thing to do when you're fighting some strong monsters because you can just get destroyed and you don't want that. He does have one hard-hitting ability. It's like a 2.8 multiplier. I can't remember the name of it, but if you are building him as an attacker, he has an ability that will help you deal some damage. So overall, solid unit, more so for his Trust Mastery than anything, and I'm not sure what his Awakening is going to be like in the future, but as of right now, you really could just pass this guy up because he doesn't have anything that is just going to, you know, break the game right now, where you're like, oh my god, I got this 5-star unit and he's absolutely incredible. I don't see that yet. I absolutely love Gladio, so I really wanted him to be more, especially coming from the Japanese version where he was not doing so well. I was hoping that we would have gotten some updates here so that he would be more useful. If you are trying to hunt him because you like Gladio, then enjoy him. If I get him, I'll be very happy as well, just for the fact that I wanted him hugely badly want. Next one here is going to be Core. His job is the Marshal. He's technically an attacker. That's the way they have it marketed here. He just wields katanas, and he's got lots of bonuses to katanas and single-handed wielding, which means in his kit he's got a boost for 80% if he's wearing a katana. Plus, if he is single wielding, he gets an increase in attack as well as accuracy for just having a like double handing a weapon. He gets those boosts. So looking at his Trust Mastery here, or actually his stars, he's 4-star going to 6-star. His Trust Mastery is called Loyal Warrior. It boosts his attack by 30% and boosts his critical hit rate. Very nice Trust Mastery, nice to have on some of your harder hitters. Even putting this Trust Mastery back on him will make him even do more, because he does get an innate 25% increase to crit rate anyways. I believe 25%, or is it accuracy? 25%. Anyways, he does already have a lot of stuff in his kit that's going to make him already do a lot of damage. Slaughtering Blade is I think 2.8 multiplier or something like that. Yeah, I think it is a 2.8 multiplier, where he will damage an enemy, and he will just cause his limit burst gauge to fill more quickly. His limit burst is actually pretty solid, but he doesn't ignore any armor or defense or anything, so he's not gonna hit really hard, which is a little bit unfortunate. He's got a move called Way of the Mind's Eye, damage and reduced attack and magic for one enemy, and then he's got Immortal, which is a chance of restoring own hit points when receiving physical or magic attack, and a chance of escaping death one time when hit point is above a certain point, which is really good to have. The last unit here we're going to be looking at is called, her name is Iris. She's going to be the doo-doo person of this banner. However, she's not too doo-doo, and the reason she's not too bad is because of her Trust Mastery, Muggles plushie. It is a shield, light shield defense and spirit by 25%, and will increase your chance of being targeted by 30%. With this shield and putting this shield on units that have a 70% provoke will make them 100% targetable. It is actually a really nice little mechanic you can implement into units right now that don't have 100% provoke, so that you can actually make sure that that unit gets hit 100%. Right? Really solid, and that's the only good thing about her. I'm not even going to cover her abilities, because as of right now her abilities are doo-doo. She's not very useful. However, at the start of this part of the video, I was saying that when she does get her 6-star awakening, she does get a few abilities that make her a little bit more relevant. So I wouldn't throw her away. I would keep, piling her up, trying to get that shield unlocked by putting her into herself. But when she gets to 6-star, she will learn a move called Don't Give Up, which will allow you to res an ally. Then she learns another move called I'll Heal You All, which will restore most of the status ailments off of all of your allies. At almost max level 6 star, she gets a move called Get Pumped Everyone. It's an AoE revive all allies by 50%. And then at 6 star, level 100, she learns a move called Give It Your All. And this Give It Your All enables access to 4 abilities for the next couple of turns, 4 turns I believe. Alright, so she learns a move called W Ability, and I'm not sure what it does yet because it hasn't shown it here, the translation isn't out on English yet. And then another move called the Daughter of Amicitia I believe, and she does an AoE heal, which is kind of like Kiraga. It's an 800 multiplier, 800 hit points, 3 times multiplier. Yeah, it's like a Kiraga spell where she learns Kiraga, and I think this other one is like a resistance all buff. So when she does get her 6 star awakening, she is going to become more relevant and more useful. So if you are still lacking a healer by that time, then you're going to have another unit that will have useful abilities. As of right now, she's limited at her 5 star limit, so she's not going to be super useful for you. I would probably not even bother leveling her up just yet, because I don't know if there's anything you really want from her. She does learn Embolden at 5 star, but there's other healers that know that, like Refia, who's a way better healer, knows that. So I mean, like, I don't know. It's up to you whether you want to level her up or not, but I'm just telling you, it would be a waste. Like, there's her Embolden there. Alright, so that is the banner. Overall, so. The good news about this banner is that even though Iris is a low tier unit, she is a healer that you can bring along, and you probably will be bringing along for the King Mog event, unless you get really lucky and pull a bunch of Noctises and Gladios and Cores. You're going to be bringing at least one of her, so she can actually heal your party. So if you ever needed it, though I don't think you're going to need it for this event. Most of these monsters are beasts, if I remember correctly. Humans and beasts, it's going to be very easy to clean them up. Alright guys, if you're going to be pulling on this banner, let me know what you're going to be trying to go for. I personally would love to get Gladio, just because of the way he looks and his, like, I just love Gladio from Final Fantasy 15. But I would not be opposed to getting Core or Noctis. With my luck from the previous King Mog event, I hope I get any of these units, any banner unit, and I'll be very happy. But Gladio would be like a dream come true. Alright guys, let me know what you guys are looking for. Let me know how hyped you are about Noctis' updates and the fact that Gladio is here. And even more so, when this banner goes live, so you can pull on them at that point 3 times, or triple rate rainbows should be in effect according to the last update video. Oh my god, I wish you guys the best of luck, and keep in touch with me in the comment section below, letting me know if you do get that triple rainbow luck. I'm very excited to hear how you guys do. Thank you so much for sticking around. Hit that like and subscribe button, share the videos, help a bro out. I will see you guys in the next video. This is Vortie, and I'm out of here. Peace.
I saw it.